Hello, everybody. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Let's get another message to see what it is that y'all need to hear at the moment. As always, take what resonates and discard the motherfucking rest. So you guys, something odd is happening here. All right, 333, 444, and 4444 were the main prominent numbers today. Also, 777, 888 came up, and 555 once. 888 twice. So, but 333 and 444 multiple motherfucking times. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I feel like some of you guys can get into your head a little bit. Overthink things, project things. So we're going to see kind of like what's going on there. Don't mind this little fucking doopity-dad. All right. There we go. Kind of want to fix the sound a bit. So I'm just going to see what the fuck's happening. What's going on in the little energetic fields today. What needs to be heard. You guys could be all up in your head. I have no idea. We're going to see. Making up little stories in your head. Past projections and stuff. Let's see. Or somebody could be doing some fuck shit. You know, it could be. It could be. So let's see. What's in the energy? What's going on? Okay. So, yeah, the South Node. Oh, no, that's the North Node. Okay. North Node and the 9th house, so there's soul lessons here. And then we have Virgo energy coming out too. Virgo is the, like, overthinker, procrastinator, perfectionist, okay? Maybe you're, like, overthinking something or thinking that something has to be perfect, darling. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? This is definitely, like, a soul lesson or a major lesson in this lifetime. Also, the Sun, Aries in the 7th house. Projection of the self, the sun, the self, Aries, you know, the self, first house. So let's see. Are we being hypercritical or overcritical? We could be. Let's see what's going on here. What is happening? Soapy-dope. Okay, purification. Oh, so there's a purification of negative thinking. There we go. So overthinking is happening. Okay. Or there's a purification happening in your energetic field. All right, there's a little bit of perfectionism, creation of all things. See, we don't want to create from a tangled web in our mind. Okay, refuge and finding peace. See, so finding peace in the present moment. I knew there was something funky going on in the collective today. I felt it, bitches. So you have a lot of divine support and protection. Like, especially right now, trying to get you out of your fucking noggin. Okay? And creating from a space of peace, from calm. Instead of, like, projecting all your past fears, worries, and doubts and all that shit and bringing it into the present and then creating from there. Okay? Because I did feel that little bit of a hump. I was like, what is happening in the collective? Like, damn. So there was, like, a little bit of a... It's like when you run over a roadkill or something. It's like, what was that? Like, that's what I'm getting, bitches. Okay? That's what I'm getting. So refuge and finding peace, okay? Inner and outer work, okay? Inner reality creating the outer reality. So we want to make sure we're not bringing in past issues, past problems into the present moment and then creating that energetic wobble, okay? And then we have a revelation. So there's revelations that have been happening today. You have a lot of divine support like cushioning you through this process. So anytime you're like overthinking or... you know, there's a little bit of perfectionism going on, or you're bringing past issues into current, you know, situations and bringing past, like, problems into current situations. Say you've gone through something many times before and you're going through it again, but this time it's different because you are different. You have a different set, like, of awareness. So you might have, like, the tendency to dip back into old ways of thinking, old ways of being, and Spirit's kind of, like, there right away to kind of remind you, hey, we don't need to be doing that. Watch your thoughts, watch your mindset, watch what you're bringing into the present moment. So that was the wobble. So it's not, you know, fucktards being asses. It's not at all. It's just a little bit of a wobble of our thinking. So we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty. Okay, purification. It's a purification process. What was I going to use with these, bitch? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see. What's happening with this purification? What's going on here? So you're a little too unforgettable. See, no, it's that shit that's unforgettable. See, spiritual introspection and guidance. That thing that you can't forget, that you keep coming back to, bringing it in the present. It's that thing that you just, it's almost like this nagging little thought reminding you like, hey, remember when, you know? And you're going through similar experiences, but it's like, remember when, and then you're bringing that type of energy back into the present. So there's a purification going on with this type of energy, the things that you cannot like forget or just cannot, you have a hard time releasing, I want to say. Okay, this could happen with anything, new jobs, new relationships, friendships, partnerships, coworkers, whatever the situational dynamic is, you're bringing back past experiences into the present moment, and it's creating that fucking wobble. So what do we got here with refuge and finding peace? Creation of all things. Oh, that shit hits, bro. That shit hits. Just because someone's banged up a little doesn't mean you throw a whole life away. So that shit hits, right? That creation process hits really hard because you're master manifestors. Your energy is potent, and that shit will hit right away. So because you have like such a strong energy, you got to make sure, or just be a little bit more mindful of bringing in past energies or past experiences, right? You want to make sure that you're kind of keeping the peace as much as you can, so that you're opened up to new experiences, new revelations, new perspectives and perception, and things like this. Okay, this is also a healing process and a purification process where you're checking yourself and you're not bringing in past experiences into the present moment, because then you're really doing some shit there with this inner and outer work. You're really starting to like, because a lot of you have already integrated your shadow. You're aware of your shadow. You've integrated your shadow, but it's still, there's like a lingering fear or an energetic cord that's still kind of attached, where it's in the back of your mind, where you're not as worried that shit's going to repeat itself, but it's still in the back of your mind. So now this is like a purification process to really nip it in the ass. So what's this inner and outer work? Okay, road opener and transmutation. See, block busted. Blocking that shit. It's a block. It's blocking you. Okay, balance and decision. Support and unity. This number had been coming up all day today. Okay? Actually, 222. Yesterday was 222. Now today it's 333. So road opener. This is opening the road and opening up blocks. So you might not even be aware that just because of life is banged up a little doesn't mean you throw a whole life away. Just because you're aware of it, it still poses a little bit of a block in the energy. Like, say you're trying to manifest a new job, but then there's that fear of leaving your old job. Say you're aware that you want to leave your like current job, but then there's that fear, right? But then there's that fear. So this is like opening the way. Layla. Okay. We're kind of getting rid of this stagnant energy once and for all. Okay. So let's see what's happening. So it's a little too unforgettable. 3 of Cups. This is the way that other people have treated you in the past. 3 of Cups. Okay? What's underneath the surface? Yeah. What's underneath the surface, right? So things that you kind of can't forget. Okay? What's the purification? It's the sun. So this is being illuminated right now. That it's a cycle, a repeating cycle from what people, this is how past people have treated you, how other people have treated you. It's coming up to be purged, to be purified, okay? Transmuted and opened. So this is being illuminated. Those little things that you just can't forget, those little things that people have said, that's kind of like on repeat a little bit, okay? This could even be insecurities with the 5 of Pentacles. This could be insecurities about yourself that people have told you. Yes, you're aware of it and you're showing a lot of self-love, but there's that little hint, that little niggle that keeps coming up into your mind, right? So if you're finding yourself popping up with like little insecurities, or you're checking yourself, this is why it's happening. You're going through another purging process, another purification, another elevation of your healing. So this is being illuminated, the things that you can't quite release from what other people have said to you. Okay? That shit hits, bro. Refuge and finding peace. What's this? The Star. So optimism, healing. See? Self-imposed limitations with the 8 of Swords. Okay? Dropping into your heart space and emotional mastery. So this is remaining optimistic. This is also healing self-imposed limitations within your own mind, your perspectives, how other people have seen you. It's almost like you are reliving that same moment again, right? Even though you're more self-aware this time, you still have that energy trapped within your body, and it's coming up to be purified. So creation of all things, the Star and the Eight of Swords, we don't want to create more self-imposed limitations or keep ourselves stuck in a certain dynamic that we've been in for years and years and years. Yes, you've done a lot of shadow work. Yes, you've done a lot of healing, but it's still a little bit of a block, and it might be limiting yourself more than you know, okay? Because there is that hesitation to go for new opportunities or to talk to new people. There's still that, what will they think? It's almost like worried, a little bit too worried about what other people will think or what's going on in their head. Over analyzing, Virgo energy, 100%. Like, so we're almost like over analyzing situations or really wanting to get down to the nitty gritty or the finer details when we don't really need to do that. It's like a coping mechanism. So there again, that's like a hidden aspect of the shadow. Yes, we're aware of our insecurities. Yes, we're aware of the stories that we tell ourselves in our head. But when we get over analytical and wanting to find every single answer, that is still a protection, a defense mechanism, Megan. A defense. Okay, that's for me too. A defense mechanism. Okay, so it's still a defense mechanism. Okay. So yeah, we're healing self-imposed limitations and mental blocks and mental traps in our own mind. What's this? Road opener and transmutation? Blockbuster. The justice. So this is balance as well, inner and outer work, and the Empress. So this is all about self-worth, okay? Self-love, mastery. This is also a creation energy. So it's almost like you're putting limitations on yourself by projecting what you perceive to be like what other people would think of you, right? Based off of the past, but you're aware of it. You're so self-aware of it that there's an overanalyzation that's going on, okay? This is balancing out. This is bringing justice with the inner and outer. Libra is like, if you think of the scales, one scale's in, one scale's out, inner and outer worlds. And this is the creation energy, creation of all things. That shit hits, bro. So you're healing your self-imposed limitations or how you're perceiving yourself, right? We don't want to put like thoughts and beliefs into other people and create a reality of like that. We want to find peace in the present moment and not overanalyze how other people are perceiving us. So, Ten of Swords, right? And then this is due to things from the past, right? Coming back in. How, you know, people may have made you feel this big, or people really honed in on your insecurities and stuff like this, okay? So yes, you're self-aware. Yes, you've done a lot of shadow work, but there is this overanalyzation now where we're either overanalyzing ourselves because of those old energies coming back, or we're overanalyzing how other people perceive us because those old energies are coming back. So we're kind of getting out of the flow state. That's where that like hiccup came, right? So let's see what's going on. Oh shit. Mind that bird. Oh gosh. Okay, stand 10 toes down, mind that bird. So this is coming from all the way back, from the last to first. Okay. High odds as well. The best thing about it is you don't have to do it yet. This is like worries. Easier said than done. I know. Easier said than done, bitch. Megan. Easier said than done. I know. Okay. But the best thing is you don't have to do it. You don't have to worry, because what is meant for you will be for you. And what is not meant for you will not be for you. Right. So the things that we can't forget are being illuminated right now. Okay. Past people, the way people treated us. Okay. The internalized belief systems about ourselves is like, it's getting nipped once and for all. Okay. Secret admirer, worry over nothing. The best thing about it is you don't have to do it. Stick to a routine. Let them look. Okay. Breaking down fantasy. See, for self-preservation, it's a defense mechanism. Beliefs for self-preservation. Like, say you put these limiting, like, they're not even like limiting beliefs, they're a little bit of limiting beliefs, but they're fantasies that you build up in your head for self-preservation, because you don't want this. It's like an overprotective thing going on, right? You were hurt in the past, so now you've healed. You're very aware of it, but now we're overprotective of ourselves, where we're getting a little bit over analytical with other people. What are their intentions? What is this? What is that? What is this? What is that? How are you going to do this? You know, there's a little bit too much going on, okay? Oh, shit. Okay. So let's see. All right. Hatred comes from people that hate their own existence, and your pets want attention. So somebody might want attention. That's Layla. Hi, baby. What? I know. He's outside. We'll grab him in a second. Okay, so let's see. I do have to go get them some cat food, so this one might be a little bit quick. This is why I'm a little bit rushy. So mind that bird. What's going on here? Mind that bird. 4 cups. So feeling left out, feeling last. Overprotective. It's like a defense mechanism. So there's that 444, 4444. Mind that bird. Maybe it's like maybe people are further ahead along than you or something like this, where you feel like maybe you're last, or there's a feeling of like not being good enough. So we protect ourselves, and then we end up walking away from things that our intuition or our soul is trying to guide us to. We end up walking away from it because we feel there is an aspect of not feeling like things are not good enough. Like, say that there's that perfectionism thing coming in. Like, I know I get high standards, bitches. I get high standards, but there is a flip side. Like, too much of anything can become toxic, right? So too much of love can become obsession. Too much of a good thing, right? I'm just saying. I know too much money ain't never a good thing. Never a bad thing, bitch. It can be. Okay, it can be. Anyways, let's see. So there's a feeling or an aspect of like kind of withdrawn energy. Not opening up, being closed off, and then we end up like walking away or ditching things, okay? Because it's almost like we're picking at a flaw or trying to find a flaw in the system, right? And your spirit team says that you don't really have to be over analytical. Heavy fucking Virgo energy in this read. Heavy Virgo, okay? Yeah, it's a defense mechanism, right? So this is being healed at the moment. You're over, it's like a coping mechanism. Yes, you're healed. Yes, you've done a lot of healing, a lot of shadow work, but now we're so aware. It's almost like too aware. We're a little bit too fucking aware, you know? So now we're being over analytical here, okay? And it's creating an accidental block. All right? So let's see what the best thing about it is. You don't have to do it. What is this? The World card. So this is online something. Oh, block. Okay. So this could be things online, emails, texts, calls, World Wide Web. 2 of Swords is like a block. Something could be causing a lot of confusion. Yeah, the King of Wands and the Magician. Too much of something can become toxic, right? So too much internet, too many readings can cause confusion. Too much scrolling can cause confusion. There's like a detox that kind of needs to happen. All right. There's a little bit of a detox. Yeah, 8 of Wands. This is like communication. The best thing about it is you don't have to do it. Talking, emails, texting. Stalking even. Some of you guys might be doing a little bit too much research, a little bit too much digging, you know? Let's see, what's this about? Best thing about it is you don't have to do it. The World. Okay, well, here's the Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands. This is creation energy. Here we go. Creation of all things, right? We're putting ourselves in a self-imposed prison. That shit hits, bro. And each time we do something, it has to do with some sort of online creation or like there's success here, passion. Okay. What you know about rolling down in the deep when your brain going numb? You are one of the few who are all right, specially anointed. Looking rich, baby. Karmic soulmate. Okay, so you looking rich, honey. Best thing about it is you don't have to do it. Maybe this is part of the worry, okay? Maybe you're worried about online. See, again, what people think, what people are saying. The lack of direction is from evil eye. Nasty energy. Okay, so there's the fucking fuck shit. There's the little bitches. Okay, there's the little bitches. The best thing about it is you don't have to do it. Enlightened choices. Don't worry about... So there we go again. That's what's triggering what past people. Okay? You're don't even worry about these. It's evil eye coming from nasty motherfuckers, okay? The best thing about it is you don't have to do it, and that's pay attention. Don't create from that energy, right? There's a lot of nasty motherfuckers out there. So that could be triggering something that you've been very aware of, but now it's causing you to do like a little bit overanalyzing. Now we're overanalyzing, right? It's like we see a million good things, but then we pick at that one bad thing and we're like overanalyzing the one bad thing, clawing and clawing and clawing and clawing, because it's reminding you of something or a trigger point from the past that you've already done a lot of healing on and you already have a lot of self-awareness on, but it's coming up now to be kind of like nipped in the butt. Okay, what's this lack of evil direction is from evil eye? 9 of Swords. There we go. There's the worry. Bruh. There's the worry, okay? Best thing about it, and then your imagination puts a little part on, a little spin on it, you know, a little fucking spinneroo, and then you're left with this. Fear. Fear of progressing, blah, blah, blah. My brain is moving so fast. Progressing forward, okay? So then there's where this comes from, and then we're creating our own self-imposed limitations, okay? What's the nasty energy? Like, where is this coming from? The Fool and the Star. So creation of all things. This is an initiation. This is like a new start, a new beginning. This is healing, okay? So we're healing that nasty energy. We're stepping out of the nasty energy with the Fool card, okay? Again, self-imposed prison. That shit hits, bro. All right? Refuge and finding peace, okay? Don't participate in that nasty energy. Yes, there's a lot of like evil eye. Yeah, the Moon, the Queen of Wands. There's a lot of like vindictive-y, bullshitty type energy coming at you. And I feel like we're mistaking it through what we're watching online. You know, we're getting hit with a lot of like subliminals. All right. And it's from fucking evil eye. So say you just like met somebody and then all of a sudden you got like all on your feed is like cheating and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Those are fucking subliminals from the evil eye coming from bitches. Bitches and hoes, all right? And the male version of that. Okay. Wrapped all up in one. So be aware of that. The best thing about it is you don't have to do it, and that's worrying, okay? What's this worry over nothing? Hangman, perspective, okay? Again, adopting a new perspective. So we do have people watching you closely. Okay, they're watching you closely. This Queen of Wands, all right? This bitch. Okay. So don't let them... The truth is always going to prevail here. So some of you guys could actually be meeting people. Don't... High Priestess, okay? Listen to your intuition. There are, like, a huge part of the collective is going to be, like, jumping into new jobs, jumping into new relationships, new friendships, new partnerships. Like, there's a lot of new shit coming on, but I fucking felt a... What I just hit. So, yeah, I know. So that shit's going on, okay? And it's because these motherfuckers, see, they're trying to create blocks, right? Blocks. Trying to create blocks from old shit, right? Old scenarios. Like, say you got cheated on, bitch. And then all of a sudden you get in a new relationship and you healed through that. You've done the shadow work and now you got self-awareness. But now you're coming up with over-analyzing things, making sure, it's good to make sure that somebody got good intentions, bitch, but to go deep and 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 deep. And then you're getting all this evil eye because people are like evil eyeing whatever you got going on. And then all of a sudden you got all this shit popping up like, ooh, you should probably question yourself. Look at all this bad shit. That type of thing, okay? Self-imposed prison. All right? So just be aware. That's why, bitch, never tell nobody what you're doing until it's fucking done. Even then, motherfuckers can feel that shift. They can feel you shifting. Frequencies, elevation, honey. So they're naturally going to be like, ugh, What's collective doing? Ugh. And then, it's just going to cause like a little bit of a wobble. So there is a perspective shift that's needed. Just sit and pause and then reflect. But don't overanalyze the situation. Let it be. Notice it. Don't overanalyze it. Don't fucking pick at it. And then let it go. What's the secret admirer? 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. Well, you're looking rich, honey. What was that? Layla, stop that. Enlightened choices. Layla, baby. So 10 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, you're looking rich and famous, rich and successful, okay? You look like you got your shit together. You're just looking really good, collective. Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, road opener, transmutation. This is a road opener of the mind, okay? Don't let no motherfucker make you think that you're in a lower position than you are. Justice, road opener, transmutation, inner and outer work, okay? So you got a lot of people that are secretly admiring. Admiration, too much of admiration can turn into what? Resentment, animosity. So you got these secret admirers, but too much of something can turn into a negative. So I think that this is turning into a little bit of animosity here because you're living like this luxury lifestyle, or you just look like you're living the dream, okay? And you got all these incoming offers like 10 of Pentacles, the Empress, okay, like the 6 of Wands. You look like you got the bag, baby. You're looking real fucking good. So, okay, just be mindful and don't pick at something that's not actually there, because if we're picking at something that is not actually there and it's just a subliminal, it's just an illusion from the evil eye coming at you, we're going to be creating from that energy because there's nothing there to dissect. You feel me? You fucking feel me? Someone's projecting a lot of evil eye wishing you fail, and then all of a sudden you got these like self-doubt quotes coming up disguised as good quotes, okay? Then you're picking at something that's not even there, and then you end up falling through into a portal because there's nothing there to pick at. You just go through it, and now you're in that timeline, all right? Alice in Wonderland type shit. So let them look. Fuck them. You're just gonna let them look. There we go. 5 of Cups. Don't make yourself sad. Let them look. These are past motherfuckers. Why am I not surprised? Okay, 5 of Pentacles. Because they broke up and busted. So the King of Wands and they're aggressive. They're aggressive, bitch. They're aggressive, okay? So don't let yourself doubt your own, like, your initial thought of something. Don't come back and start picking at shit that's not even true or it's not even there, okay? 5 of Cups. You got people that are sad and they want you to feel sad, right? Because you're anointed. You have a special anointing. There's like a special purpose in your life. There's a direction that you are meant to go in, and you got all these motherfuckers that are trying to uproot it or shift you or, trying to get you to fail or stumble, or they would just love to see you fall flat on your face. They would just love it. But that ain't gonna happen. Ace of Swords. I fucking know it. I know. They would love to see it. They're going to be watching for a long time. And we're going to let them look. Okay? So don't pick at something that's not actually there. Okay, collective? Stick to a routine. What's this about? 6 of Swords. Stick to a routine of knowing the truth and going to peace, right? Healing these self-imposed limitations, okay? These self-doubts. So finding refuge and finding peace. Stick to a routine when it comes to being optimistic or letting go of old narratives in your head. Because these are past people, those old narratives are coming up. Okay? Yeah. So those old narratives with those old people saying those old ratchet little things about you, that's coming up again. Causing this doubt, causing the anxiety, causing you to question your direction or who you're associating it with or where you're going. Okay? Stick to a routine when it comes to knowing the truth and standing in your truth, not over analyzing, not over like picking at something and just letting that narrative go. So find a routine. That's that Virgo energy, right? Habits and routine. Just find a routine where you're aware of it, but you're not going to pick at it. You're just going to be aware of it and then let it go. Okay? Breaking down fantasies for self-preservation. This is like an overprotective justice in reverse. Okay? This comes from these motherfuckers. These unfair, unjust pieces of shit. That's where this is coming from. Okay, it was an injustice to you. These injustices that were done to you. made you, it's almost like a, what is it, it's a protection mechanism, right? When you're a child and you're in a traumatic household, you go somewhere else in your head. You create this fantasy, right? And it's a self-preservation. It's so that the mind can protect the nervous system, okay? That is coming up again because you have these pieces, these people that are in their feelings. Yeah. 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 Oh, yeah, wait, it gets, but then there's more. Oh, yeah. So, well, hold up. Oh, wait. Oh, there's more. So, you got these people that are bringing up this old energy again. Okay? Old energy again. And it's from these people who have done unjust motherfucking things to you, looking you up and doing all this, sending you all this evil eye, mad because you were all the way up there and they're not. And what they did to you, you've let go of. So now they would love nothing more for that to happen again and for you to feel down and out on yourself. So just be aware of the narrative that's popping up, but don't overanalyze it. There's nothing to pick at. Okay? It's from these motherfuckers that have done very unjust, very bullshitty things to you. And over here, we have the Empress and the Justice upright with Road Opener and Transmutation, block busta. This is getting block busted by your awareness, but not over analyzing it. There's nothing left to pick at. There's nothing left to heal. You've already done the work, so you don't need to go digging again. There's no gold there. You already got the fucking gold. There's no gold there. You are already this Empress. Yeah. Okay? So hatred comes from people that hate their own motherfucking existence. This is these motherfuckers. Okay? So don't let them grind your motherfucking gears. Exactly. Knight of Swords. They're pissed. And here we go, the Fool and the Nine of Cups. Because you are quickly accelerating. Jumping up out of this energy. They want you trapped. They want you stuck. They want you to back in those old cycles of doubting yourself and thinking that you are not who you say you are. Okay? That's what they want. So we're not going to do that. They hate your new beginning. They hate that you're getting everything that you could ever want. You're being given, and you will be continuing to being given everything that you want because Knight of Pentacles, longevity. This is for the long term, baby. Seven of Pentacles, long term, baby. It's investments. All right? So Six of Wands, don't let the illusion worry over nothing. Okay? This illusion. That Nine of Swords make you think that you are not who you are, honey. A goddess and a god in the fucking flesh. Okay? Because you're feeling this. You got masculines and feminines all up in your shit. Okay? God. And you're this Empress. So that is why that hiccup is coming. That is why that energetic doo-doo is there. All right? Because I knew there was some fuck shit going on with this nasty energy. You're already healed that. You already have gone through the shadow work. There's nothing more to pick at. Okay, baby? That's why, your angels and stuff, they're right there. They're like, hey, no, we've already gone through that. We don't need to go through it again. There's nothing more to go through. There's nothing more to digest. Let it go. Let it go. We've healed that. It's because you got people crying. All right? They're crying. So let them cry. Who cares? Let's just get a few more and then we'll close the road. Oh, shit. Knowing who is for you and who is not, okay? So we know what is for us and what is not. Intuitively feeling someone's regret and sadness, let them look. Let them cry. Cry me a river. Oh, cry me a river. Having the courage to move forward without an apology or closure. Yeah, we're moving on. We're moving on, baby. Okay? And then here, incoming offer. What's this? So luxury lifestyle, bitch. What'd I say? This 10 of Pentacles. You got secret admirers that are turning into like animosity, resentment, bitterness, okay? Because you're at this 10 of Pentacles, whether you're with someone or not. You're at the 10 of Pentacles. Legacy wealth, honey. Riches. Living a life of luxury. Finances figured out. And on a mission. On a mission. You are the one who's specially anointed and on a motherfucking mission. Okay? They couldn't understand it even if it knocked them straight in the caboggin. Caboose? Caboose. You fucking feel me, bro. So let's see. Knowing who is for you and who is not. Don't second guess this. This is your intuition talking to you. Magician, okay? They're trying to manipulate something. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Justice. Justice, justice, inner and outer work, roadblock, road opener, justice, okay? 8 of Wands, judgment, okay? And the 6 of Cups. Past. You already know, honey. You already know. You don't need to go and triple and quadruple check something. You already know. This this Empress, 5 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups, this is past energy. Like from these idiots. Okay? They want you to, you know what they want you to do? They want you to close yourself off and isolate yourself. Yeah, they do. Okay? They want you to overthink and overanalyze who is coming into your life and if they're for you and if they're not for you. Your intuition, you already are on the fucking money. You don't need to overanalyze. Plus, you already have your spirit team all up in your ass. They ain't gonna let nothing happen. So, there's no need to dissect. Trust yourself, right? This lack of trust and this fucking wobble is coming from these asses that had hella judgments about you, wanted to make you feel small and little, and wanted you all up in your head so that you don't be moving and surpassing them. Yeah. Okay? Having courage to move forward without closure. Queen of Wands, your confidence, okay? And the world. Okay, the best thing about it is you don't have to do it. You don't have to wait for nothing. Without closure, nothing. Here's the world and the Ace of Pentacles. Best thing about it is you don't have to do it. The world. Look and seek closure. The Hierophant. What kind of closure are we seeking here? The Star. So self-imposed limitations. So this is kind of like closure on the decisions and choices and people that are coming into your life. Does that make sense? Like if someone's coming into your life and you're asking, is your intuition saying, yeah, that's good, or no, that's good, or no, that's not good? You're kind of like over analyzing to get closure that, yes, my intuition is right. Yeah, let's just make sure. Let's make sure I need closure. I need to make sure that I'm doing the right thing, that I'm going the right way. I need to make sure. Just have confidence in your abilities, that you are motherfucking Empress, Queen of Wands, okay? Just have enough confidence in your abilities. This is going to actually open up these mental traps and get things going a lot smoother, okay? Because you're trusting yourself the first time and you're not picking at something that's not there, okay? Luxury lifestyle, Page of Swords, see? Page of Cups, Page of Swords. So there's that perspective, worry over nothing. You don't have to worry about nothing, okay? Your finances are in check. Everything is going as planned. And if your finances are not in check yet, you don't have to worry about it, okay? You really don't. You don't got to worry about it. So don't be worrying about, and people. We also have Venusian here. So the Empress has come out like so many times. Venusian. You don't have to worry about how you look, how you're presented, what people are thinking about you. Bitch, it's your energy. You are already in the motherfucking Empress mode, in creation mode. Bitch, you're the star. I'm a motherfucking star. So you don't have to like overanalyze shit like that, okay? You're on a mission and there's a certain energetic frequency you hold. You don't need to do the whole worrying and double back and check everywhere, okay? Because you already got heavy hitters that are checking your back for ya. Yeah. Okay? So that's what that fucking wobble was, all right? So I hope that helped you out. If that fucking resonated with y'all, hit up the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the motherfucking Vibe Trap. And I'll see you guys down below in the comment section. Bye for now.